before we get into what is keto, a word first. Choosing an eating plan and an approach to eating, it's very personal. It's very custom. Everybody's tastes, backgrounds are unique. The best approach is, to find one where you're healthy, you're nurtured, it matches your social and, even cultural preferences. If you want guidance, it's always recommended. You can consult dietitians. A lot of that stuff's free online. But to get into what a typical ketogenic diet is, it consists of at least 70% of the calories derived from fat, and that's a big portion of the entire idea of the diet. So less than 10% from carbs and less than 20% from protein. So the keto diet, long used, it's not new, it's been used to treat epilepsy in children, calls for 90% of daily calories to come from fat, with the amount of protein or carbs varying, as long as it's 4 grams of fat for every combined 1 gram of carb and protein, and that's according to the American Epilepsy Society. So that can mean chowing down a lot of cheese, a lot of butter, eggs, nuts, salmon, bacon, olive oil, non-starchy vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, greens, spinach. You can do a lot of the math. There's a lot of online calculators. No matter what, the keto diet is vastly different from normal standards. And if you go by the USDA dietary recommendations of 45 to 65% of one's total calories should be carbohydrates, 20 to 30% from fat, and 10 to 35% from protein. So it is much different than that. And the goal of the ketogenic diet is to enter this state of ketosis through fat metabolism. So in a ketogenic state, the body uses primarily fat for energy instead of carbohydrates, and low levels of carbohydrate and fats can be converted into ketones to fuel the body. So with that condition, that's the entire point of the diet. And for ketosis, a typical adult must stay below 20 to 50 grams of net carbohydrates, measured as total carbs minus fiber, each day. Crossing that threshold is easy. A thick slice of bread adds 21 carbohydrates, a medium apple 25, a cup of milk 12. It's very restrictive, very hard to stay under these guidelines. It's not just bread and soda that are on the outs, but high sugar fruit, starchy vegetables like potatoes, as well as too much protein overall. So dieters have to be on high alert for hidden carbs, and then sometimes they're invisible to the eye, and it's not an easy thing. And there is a lot of short-term benefits out there. You can read about that, and there's a lot of literature. But again, custom, and something to consider amongst other approaches, and maybe give it a try and see how it can work for you. And there's no absolute, except for crossing the threshold of ketosis at certain times, and balance is another key construct that a lot of folks go with, but that is the keto diet.